HU710PB. That's what I'm going to discuss. I will most likely discuss other products from LG. Some of them are a bit suspect, and this one is suspect to me. I've always thought that the Consumer Electronics Show is kind of like Sharper Image. Yeah, some of the computer manufacturers sell productivity items to me, motherboards, computers, but a lot of this is just fluff. And a lot of these items are extremely expensive that a lot of people can't afford or probably shouldn't be paying money for if they have rent to pay. This is one of these items that to me is just a bit salacious, you know what I'm saying? This is the Life's Good. It's a 4K projector. Well, fine. But it's also an art. I don't know if that's a typo. Art object? Is that a new type of art? I thought it was art objects with a C. Is that abstract art, which is redundant? You don't need to say that art is abstract because it's already abstract. You know what I mean? I don't get it. Okay? This comes directly from LG Newsroom. This product and some other products I'm going to be discussing in this live stream are going to become featured at the upcoming Consumer Electronics Show. You know what I'm saying? In a few days. It's a cube. But you notice how they use the letter Q instead of C? Yeah, get it? They're playing cutesy. You know what? Hey, if you're super wealthy and you're not like a lot of the rest of us, rents just doubled within a 5-year period, and the inflation rate in the United States has not really changed much. Yeah, go ahead and buy something like this, but not me. Yeah, the cutesy language, huh? Okay, it's called a Cinebeam. What it does is it's a projector, and then it has a 360 degree, handle, and it turns a wall into a movie set, I guess. Okay. It's a projector, Cinebeam. Now the model is HU710PB. But they spelt it with a Q. Cube. Get it? Instead of a C. Cubic square footage. It's like, okay, people. Okay, so basically it's just redundant what I just said. You can convert any room into a movie theater. Have I told you I haven't been to a movie in a movie theater since 2004? Yeah, I don't waste time anymore. You know what I'm saying? With the breads and circuses. Okay. It comes with a 360 degree handle that can rotate. What else? Alright, just a lot of marketing fluff, a lot of adjectives, a lot of superlative adjectives. They claim it's one of the smallest projectors that you can buy. I don't know about that. I don't know if do they have anything to back up that claim? It can project up to 4K ultra high definition, which would be 3840 by 2160 pixel resolution, and they would measure up to 120 inches. Well, there's 12 inches in a foot. Is there not? So what, 10 feet? It can project up to 10 feet on a wall. It comes with an RGB, that's older school, red, green, blue source. It says it's laser. Now their contrast ratio is supposedly 450,000 to 1, and then some other specifications. 154% coverage. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. The last time I ever watched a movie using a projector, hanging out with an associate of mine that had his own home. Yeah, I wish yeah. Anyways, I don't want to discuss him and what happened after that, but. So he invites me over and he's like, hey man, you want to watch a movie? I'm like, yeah. But I was like, well, he didn't have a television in there. And I was like, well, he pulls out a projector, hooks it up to his laptop, and he had a wall that was just cream colored. And it was terrible. I could barely see anything. Now, this was a different type of projector. This is more likely a corporate projector. If you worked in the corporate world, which is toxic, and I refuse to work in corporate America, and I refuse to work for the government or no way. The one decision I made that was the right decision in my life, which I've made many, but I've also made terrible mistakes, like this place here. Living here was a terrible mistake of mine, but I knew there would be risks. Anyways, I don't want to go through that. I'm trying to transfer out of here. Anyways. So I'm kind of trying to keep a low profile, not cause any problems, not complaints, so I can just ask the corporate company if I can transfer. I'm out of here. Okay. Anyways, in corporate environments, almost every department, or especially information technology, but it's, accounting, sales, even a small company, they almost always have a projector lying around. Well, it's really not their corporate projectors. I don't know if they're really designed for movies, but it was terrible. I don't know what to say about it. I looked at him and I was thinking, this guy's bizarre. And I even kind of mentioned, I'm like, I can't really see that well. He's like, yeah. I'm like, why are we watching a movie? Number one, movies to me are a waste of time. There's a concept called breads and circuses. Entertainment, sports, movies to me are an intentional distraction that the system creates. Anyways, to distract you from important issues like hyperinflation, rents doubling in the United States within a couple year period, and that I think has caused catastrophic problems that nobody wants to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. When your rent doubles, but you're making and you're earning the same income, if your landlord allows you to stay, they could kick you out if they wanted to. Or when you go to apply at another apartment complex, condo, whatever, but you don't make enough money because rent's doubled. Get it? Yeah, catastrophic event there. Okay. And I always thought it was bizarre, but this is a cinematic type projector, so I'm assuming it's much better than that. I don't know though. Projecting, projectors, usually you have to have one of those projectors type material screens. You can't just project it on a wall, but they claim I think you can. Now it comes with an automatic screen adjustment. Yeah, usually you pull down it's made out of, I think, I'm not sure exactly the materials. Kind of plastic. It's not real leather. It's hard to explain. It may actually be made out of petroleum, but you have to pull the screen down, and those screens are designed for projectors. You know what I'm saying? It also comes with automatic focus. All right. Now it projects using the Life's Good Web Operating System version 6. Yeah, I guess that's not a spelling mistake. I think the spelling mistake at the top, I don't think remember the art object? Object. Well, there's Wedjat, which is an African symbol, but I've never heard of an art object. There's jets, there's jets that spray crap up into the air that nobody seems to want to, admit that they exist. But, and then now you've got a cube that's spelled with a Q. So these companies, they just make shit up. I mean, oops. Yeah, I would be a terrible salesperson. I would be a terrible reviewer. Because to me, I just tell it like it is, man. Or I tell it the way I view it. Pun intended. Okay. Now, you can use streaming services such as, well, it's not going to matter, but they do list some streaming services that you could potentially use. Netflix, Disney Plus, Prime Video, and we censor YouTube. Okay. It has an image mapping function. Well, you could use it for projecting your responsibilities. I mean, digital images. Yep, you could use it and have a slideshow. Yeah, you could probably, fire up PowerPoint. Yeah, those corporate projectors, most likely designed for PowerPoint presentations. I doubt that they were designed for a Hollywood movie. Yeah, let's watch. I don't even remember what it was. I don't watch movies anymore. They're weird to me. Those sellouts called celebrities and actors and actresses, I refer to them as Holly weirdos. They're weird to me, especially when I study them. A lot of them to me are creepy and cringeworthy, and they get away with a lot of crap that other people in society cannot get away with. And a lot of them have and drug problems, but they get away with it. They brag about it. They don't get arrested. Get it. In society, there's certain rules for some people, but those rules don't apply to everybody. Quote, great for spaces large and small. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's try it out outside in an amphitheater. Yeah, let's see if this. Yeah, I want to see the proof. I want to see somebody. Hey, they claimed that it was great for spaces large and small. How about an outdoor amphitheater? Or how about a stadium or an arena? Yeah, let's see this projector work in a 20,000 seat arena. Yeah, okay. For the Life's Good Cinebeam Cube with a Q. Oh, this is a quotation. Right? Oh, if I don't quote it, I get terminated and banned from all platforms. Okay, quote. Great for spaces large and small. LG, which stands for Life's Good Cinebeam Cube, is a unique lifestyle projector possessing all the qualities consumers look for when choosing a new projection solution, unquote. Here's another quote. Quote, LG's upgraded projector lineup offers a range of lifestyle enriching devices that present outstanding spatial integration and versatility, as well as immersive cinematic viewing experiences, unquote. Yeah, there's a lot of fluff in that. Now here's some technical specifications. Again, this is a slow day, so the reason why I'm even going over and torturing myself with the abstract sales, marketing, fluff crap is because there's not much to talk about today. I couldn't find much today, and I ran across this, and I was like, man, you know what? Maybe I should just, take the day off today. I mean, Life's Good Cinebeam Cube, HU710PB resolution, ultra high definition. This is redundant. I'm going to go over that. The brightness is 500 lumens. The contrast ratio is redundant. The size, 80 by 135 by 135 millimeters. I believe that's the physical size of the actual projector. The weight is 1.49 kilograms. Laser, RGB, which stands for red, green, and blue. Yellow and blue makes green. Yes, it does. Screen size, 50 to 120 inches is supported. The throw ratio, that sounds like a football statistic that I never watch football, almost never. 1.2. I don't watch the bowl games. I don't watch the playoffs. I don't watch almost no sports, really. Just wasting my time. High definition resolution. And then, this is redundant. Oh, now wireless. It does support, I'm assuming screencasting. Casting, I guess. It supports Google Android operating system and the Apple iPhone operating system. You do know, if you're not aware, the Apple iPhone operating system is used on both Apple iPhones and Apple iPads because the Apple iPad uses the same operating system. Yes, it does. iOS is an acronym which stands for iPhone Operating System. Oh, it comes with a high definition multimedia interface with also a universal serial bus Type C input. Now it says input. It says input, it doesn't say output. That's what it says. So you could connect either USB universal serial bus Type C or high definition multimedia interface to a computer. The computer would have the photographs or the cinema, the movie, the video, and then it would input into the projector. It doesn't seem like you can output it to a screen. It doesn't seem that way. It's just a projector. It just projects any accountability that people in society refuse to admit to, like the blowharded politicians and bureaucrats. I mean, oh, they admit that many of the applications that are available using the Life's Good web operating system, they would actually require money, a paid subscription. Okay, they gave you some examples of streaming services. I'm assuming any streaming service. Yeah, it's just data is data. It doesn't matter. I don't know why they mentioned those. Maybe they're getting paid. I'm assuming, I could be wrong, or I'm suspicious that they're getting paid. That's why they mentioned certain. You notice how they mention certain ones? There's, what, a million different other ones? Data is data. You could just, as long as you can project that data, whatever. And if you know what you're doing, it sounds like on a computer, you could play your own videos if you wanted to, or your own photographs and have a slideshow, or you could just hook up, PowerPoint presentation and just run that, and then your audience would leave immediately. Or like me, my audience leaves immediately. And I don't care about that because, again, I don't create these live stream video podcasts for nothing. I make some coins once in a while, but I actually know what I'm doing. I save a lot of time by... You think that I'm wasting 2 hours? Yeah, you could argue that, but actually there's 4 different, I'm accomplishing 4 different tasks at once within that 2 hours, so it does make it productive. Now here's some images, and then I'm going to take a break. I should take the break now, and then we'll come back. Yeah, I just looked at my timer, and I should be taking breaks closer to the 15-minute mark, and then I can upsell you. I mean, if you ever need... Nah, I'll wait for that. Well, you know what? Let's go over that one. If you ever need online computer technical support, you can ask a computer technician now. I partner with third-party company. You can communicate to real-world computer technicians with real-time online chat, SMS, text message, email, voice, video, remotely. If you browse to anetcomputers.com, you'll see the virtual assistant that you'll see on screen. Also, if you click on the Get Tech Help page, you'll receive more details about the software. This is not a paid sponsorship, not receiving a dime, not receiving any compensation whatsoever. However, if you've used that service, I receive a commission. Okay, here's some images, photographic images. Oh, and that service is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. As long as my website is functional, and I almost never have any outages. I just can't recall the last time. Technology is not perfect. Even big, large websites have downtime. But no. As long as that virtual assistant is functional, you can get technical support any time of the day. It doesn't matter what part of the planet you're at. All you need is internet access. So here's some photographs. This is the one that will be already in the thumbnail, but I can open it up. Well, it's also here at the top, so I can open it up for you. Yeah, this fluff right here, this camper, I'm going to be talking about that. Yeah, so you have this technology company, Life's Good. Yeah, they make they make televisions, and the televisions that I've ran across didn't seem to have too many problems. But to me, the computer electronic show, get it? It's a show, get it? It's entertainment. There's a lot of products there that to me are right up there with sharper image. Whereas to me, they're not productive. I guess if I was super wealthy, I might buy that crap, but other than that, I don't know. Now, this could be useful again. Hey, in the office environment, companies could just start buying these things. All right. Now, is this a real image? There have been 2 or 3 companies in the last week that have, I don't know why, that have admitted that the images that they're using for marketing and sales are simulated, or they're not real images. I'm not making that up. So I don't know. Is that really the projector? Is it? Or is that just a artificial intelligence created? Is that, get it? Earlier they bragged about art, but they spelled it without a C. So I don't know. Maybe that's a new, different type of art objective seminars instead of, subjective, objective. But there it is. There it is. There's your new projector that you have to have. See, I can joke around, I can be facetious, I can even criticize because I'm not receiving a dime. So who cares? I can say what I want, right? It's free speech. That's what I like about not being tied down by sponsors or you're employed or even affiliates. Oh yeah, affiliates, a lot of them are obnoxious. They never ever tell you, they never ever criticize. They tell you that whatever that affiliate product is the best thing since sliced bread. And then you go out on the internet and you read the reviews and you find otherwise. Any other images? There's that one. And here's another one. Oh, it's a bookshelf. Yeah, this one shows how small it is actually. The books next to it dwarf it. Look. Oh, there's the art. Yeah, that's the art object. It's a new type of art. They're not objects, they're objects. Okay, you've got some tubes here. I guess that's art, huh? There it is. I don't know. Compared to the other, I'm assuming, is that a real photograph? I don't know, man. Those books, are they supposed to be books? Or are they folders? I don't know, man. I don't know. It kind of seems misplaced. It's out of place there. Is that a cartoon drawing or what? I don't know. If you ask me, I think the most artistic object is actually the projector. This other crap, I don't know. No, that looks like a nice vase or vase. I don't know about this. You know what that looks like? That looks like a Cheerio. Yeah, cereal. I don't eat that crap, but I'm just saying. It kind of looks like a Kellogg's Cheerios. Isn't it Kellogg's that makes that crap? I don't know. But what's this at the top? There's steam comes out of there? And these tubes, that's art? Yeah. When it comes to certain activities in the system, I can be very, very critical of it. Art is another one of those. It's just, some of it is what people consider art. What? And then it's like a huge waste of time. And it's very rigged. Only certain people from my understanding, ever become artists that make a living. The rest are just, if they do rely on their art income, I mean, where do they live? Now, what is this? What is this furniture? Is that a grill? Is that a vent? Is that also an HVAC? Now, that would be useful, yeah. Heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. I just noticed this. Yeah, that projector kind of stands out, and it just kind of looks odd there. You got all that other, oh, there's a nice looking plant, but it's probably not made out of it's probably not real. Okay. I don't know, it just looks odd there. You got all the other items, and then you got this box, All right. What else? Yeah, I don't know about that one. Is what, you know what? Oh. Yeah, this one is without the green screen. That's what it looks like without the green screen in the back. And I'm not sure how much this thing costs, this projector. Yeah, that's a side view. Yep, there's the handle that rotates 360 degrees. Yep. Wow, you could just, no, I never give advice, I never recommend anything, I never guarantee anything. This is a joke. But you could pick it up by its handle and just, get it. It's, do this. Yeah, hey, it would be worth something. Hey, either you use it as a brick, as a bookend, or you could take the handle and just use it to exercise. You could just spin it around, and hey, it's got a 360 degree handle. I'm not sure what else you could you could use your imagination. And okay, now the next product that I'm going to discuss, I think, will be this camper, which is, Life's Good. They're an electronics company. They make computer monitors, but they also make campers. They manufacture campers. I don't know if this is a smart camper or not. Oh, they're creative. They're a creative company now. They admit that some of these are experimental. Okay, so that's a camper. I think they're serious. At first I was like, this is a joke. You gotta be kidding me. Look, get it? They're a computer company, basically. They're an information technology company. But they also manufacture campers. It's like, well, and then I was going to make a joke earlier about, in the background image for that projector, there was a candle. And I was like, well, does Life's Good, are they also a candle? Do they also manufacture candles? Or it would be like a company that specializes in candles. They just make candles, right? Because they know what they're doing. Well, all of a sudden they decide to make Frisbees, or they decide to make computers. And it's like, well, but you only specialize in candles. What would you know about constructing, engineering a computer? I guess these companies, they think that if they can sell you one, they can spin yarn here, they can, spin toasters, and they can spin, appliances too. Oh, man. There you go. That's a real camper, I believe. Yeah, it looks a bit odd, but whatever. No, it's square, kind of. I don't know if it pulls out or anything. Okay, let's check this out. Is that a real photograph? Number one, is the camper real, or is that a simulated image, or is that just not even a real image? It's not even simulated. Is that artificial intelligence? Is that a real human? Is that a real person, human? Is that a real fire? Is there fire danger? Are there fire danger warnings in that area? It looked kind of dry. Is there a risk of starting a fire? Are these mountains in the background real? Is that green screen? Are those clouds real? Or are those chemtrails? Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I think this product right here will also become featured in a few days at the upcoming Consumer Electronics Show. Well, they also refer to it as an exhibition. Yeah, it's an exhibition, all right. Information Technology Exhibition. I don't know. A lot of the products to me are fluff. They're sharper image. I would never buy them. Yeah, even if I was wealthy. See, I'm different than most people. If I was quote unquote wealthy, whatever that abstraction means, but I had so much money I didn't really have to work, or millionaire, billionaire, whatever. I don't think I would buy this crap. I don't think so. I think I would still be a prosumer. I don't need to buy crap just to buy crap. I'm not a consumer. I don't need to consume much. I consider myself a prosumer. When I do acquire something, then I spend time studying and then making sure that it's not a jalopy, but I'm not perfect, Okay, so let's check out this camera. this camper. Okay, I don't see much about it yet. Oh, that's right. I was going to report to you about the Duke box. That's not a typo. Get it? Instead of a juke box, it's a Duke box. But I couldn't really find many photographs, and I couldn't really find a model. I just found this release directly. I always go directly to the source if I can. And so I decided not to, so I decided to talk about that projector. And so this is all in one. Yeah, I'll just go through it from top to bottom, but not verbatim, because that's a copyright strike. Now the Duke box is a jukebox. It's a hybrid. It's got vacuum tubes. Remember the old radios? Yeah, back in the day they had vacuum tubes. They had tubes. Remember the old cathode ray televisions that were tube? I don't think they're sold new anymore. I think even computer monitors, I don't think they sell those old ones. Did you know that the cathode ray tube televisions and even the computer monitors have not just mercury, but they have also potential dangerous? Yes, they do. That's a fact. I don't know about the light emitting diode. I don't know about the organic light emitting diode. I do not know about the liquid crystal displays, whether or not they have toxic chemicals. But those old ones, yes, they did. Yes, they did. They had mercury and other toxic substances. You would never want to open them up. They were not really serviceable except for certain people, but you didn't necessarily want to, service them yourself. The YouTube technology shows they may not, admit to that. Again, everything is a rose, right? But roses have thorns. Yes, they do. And a lot of those old televisions and old computer monitors, guess where they put them? They threw them in landfills, even though they've got dangerous levels of mercury and other substances. Yeah, that's what humans do. Yep, that's real logical. Yeah, it is. I'm not a fearmonger. I just study, and I learned that. And I think I got distracted, but by somebody different this time. Okay. All right, let's see. The jukebox. Let's see what else is about it. Yeah, it's a hybrid. I think that's all pomp and circumstance. I could be wrong, but I don't think the actual vacuum tubes actually work, because you wouldn't need them. It's just, I don't know why. And then it's got I'll show you one picture if I can find one. Yeah, I think there's one at the bottom. It comes with transparent organic light emitting diode panel. It combines the old school with the new school. And then it's a jukebox. I don't know why they call it a Duke box. It has front-facing speakers on the bottom. It does come with a 360-degree speaker on the top. It has a visual effect. Oh, the organic light emitting diode screen display can be adjusted. And it's supposed to simulate the old vacuum tube audio systems, or the radios and televisions, all that. It has a glass box that's transparent. You can see through it. You can see into it. You can use it to watch movies. This is the sharper image, You can also have a fireplace image. Yeah, you can look at the old school vacuum tubes as you look at the fire flames. So obviously it's not a real fireplace. Oh, does it project that? Is that a hologram? Is that holographic? Yeah, it's getting nutty. It's getting nuttier and nuttier. This artificial intelligence crap is just causing all kinds of nutty behavior. Not that humans have not been nutty in the past, but I'm telling you, they're getting nuttier. They think it's all fun and games, but at the same time, you've got, hyperinflation in the United States. Rents doubled recently within the last few years. Get it? Once upon a time, an apartment cost $800. Within a few years, that exact same apartment, if you moved out, the landlord would rent it for twice as much, meaning $1,600. Duh. It's basic mathematics. Eventually, that's going to cause chaos to some people. Get it? The landlord, they always normally demand the number three times rent. $800, that's a big chunk of change for a lot of people. Or it's not just $800. Across the board, rents doubled. A $1,000, the same apartment within a few years used to cost $1,000. The greedy landlords started charging $2,000. Get it? If something was $2,000, it would cost $4,000. Okay. Something about the bond. Oh, this is the camper. So they didn't really mention much about that fluff or that sharper image type product, the Duke box. So I decided not to, feature that at the beginning. Now we get to talk about the Bon Voyage. Again, the cute language. I don't get it. It's just a camper. Just call it a camper. I don't get it, man. It's a living space, okay? Yeah, it's nature. It's a camper is what it is. Just call it a camper because that's what it is. Yeah, it's the size of a camping trailer. The dimensions are 2 meters wide, 3.8 meters in depth, and 2.2 meters high. Yeah, I think a lot of these authors and writers that may have public relations backgrounds or not, I think they're high on something, because just call it a camper because that's what it is. If you tell an average person Bon Voyage, or what's the other one, the Duke box, chances are they're never going to probably remember that. But if you tell them, oh, that's a projector, oh, okay. Or if you tell them that's a jukebox, or a music box, oh yeah, I want one of those. Or if you tell them that's a camper, oh, wow. Does it have artificial intelligence? I mean, give me a break, man. Give me a break. Am I the only one that's annoyed by the writing nowadays? The clickbait and everything else? Okay. Now, you can include it. Well, let's see. Yeah, you can provide your own furniture and appliances. Is this like a tiny trailer? You know, the tiny houses that some of them are not finished. This sounds like a not finished camper. You can have a bed. You can, provide a bed, a refrigerator, an electric stove, water. Okay. It's got storage. It's got electricity, it looks like. It sounds like it has electric hookups. But it doesn't sound like it's finished. But it is a camper. That's what it is. Just call it a camper because that's what it is. You can park it indoors like inside a garage. You could also, connect it to a vehicle and tow it with a car. And then you could camp in it because it's a camper. Now here's another product. A capsule coffee maker. You notice how they didn't use any ridiculous, well, it's called the Duobo. D-U-O-B-O. I don't know if that's an acronym. It was created by Life's Good Labs. But you notice, the term capsule. It's just a coffee maker. That's all it is. No, I used to drink. No, I don't drink coffee anymore. It's similar to I studied it, and it can be kind of like a drug addiction. Yeah, you become addicted to the caffeine. Some people compare it to a real drug addiction, like a heroin addiction. That's another subject that nobody wants to discuss. In the United States, there's a lot of people that are addicted. I think that's by design. I should probably not talk about that kind of subject because yes, that's a very serious subject. I think, yeah, I probably should avoid that, but to me, I don't believe in coincidences. You have an epidemic in the United States, and not just the United States, even in China, you have an epidemic of a certain substance, which I don't think that's an accident. I think that's, like an inside job. If I dare discuss those type of subjects, I will probably get terminated on all the I don't trust any platform, not one. They do not support free speech, it's obvious. But, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but when I initially quit drinking coffee, I had a reaction to it. Yes, I did. I suffered withdrawal symptoms. One symptom that I had was especially my right leg, but both legs, but especially the right one. I'm not sure why. It started to ache really bad. And I couldn't sleep at night. It hurt so bad. Well, but that disappeared after about, 3 or 4 days. Yeah, the first couple of days, no problems, and all of a sudden on the third, fourth day, whatever, half a week, my legs started to ache really bad. And then after maybe a week or so after that, it just completely disappeared. And I tried to quit drinking caffeine, but especially coffee, multiple times, and guess what? Every single time I had the same withdrawal symptom. So I think there is something to it that actually caffeine could be some kind of an addiction. Your body might get addicted to that chemical or what's known as caffeine. And so I no longer drink coffee at all. I don't need it. To me, if you have a problem with a lack of energy and you try to make up for it by consuming caffeine products, that crap, what's that 5-hour energy? I would never take that crap. No, there's something not right. You're not consuming enough fruits and vegetables, or you're not consuming enough natural sugar, which would be glucose. To me, if you have a problem with not enough energy, there's something else that's wrong. You know what I mean? Okay, let's continue on back here. Okay, so this is a coffee machine is what it is. It's just a coffee maker. Okay. And again, I never give advice. I never recommend anything. I don't guarantee anything. This is not the Northeast, West, and the South. I don't report the news. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm nothing. So, but I talk about my experiences in my real life but I never give out advice. Nope. Nobody's going to sue me because I told them to quit drinking coffee or something like that, because I always have disclaimers. Okay. Now, one thing I have heard about coffee that might be productive is I had an associate of mine that said that he suffered migraines most of his life until he studied and he found out that caffeine, but especially coffee. And he tested it out. He claimed that when he started drinking coffee, that it helped with his migraines. I think he was probably accurate. Yeah, sometimes. Well, coffee beans are natural. They come in nature. But I'm just saying, if you start consuming coffee because you have to have it, or you feel sluggish or tired, you lack energy, well, it's a stimulant. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a stimulant, but it could be true. Yeah, I believed him. The guy, it makes sense. Okay. Now, in that case, I would definitely drink it if I suffered migraines, but I haven't had a headache in a long time. I've never had problems with headaches. Okay. Okay, so this coffee maker can extract 2 different capsules at the same time. Now, they claim that this technology is predicated upon space exploration. Oh, they received the funding through crowdfunding, a crowdfunding campaign in the United States. That's how it was introduced. Yeah, but these billion-dollar companies, including Life's Good, why would they need to crowdfund anything? Not me personally. I would probably have to receive crowdfunding if it was something I was trying to invent. Yeah, because I'm not wealthy. I'm not a millionaire. I'm not a billionaire. But these billion-dollar companies, they brag about receiving crowdfunding for some of their products. Well, but they already have the money. Why? Now, they're going to feature this at the upcoming Consumer Electronics Show, and they'll have one of these coffee makers. I don't even want to go over this. This is just whatever. Okay, I just roll my eyes. Yeah, that they didn't talk about. They created a coffee maker. That's all. It's a coffee maker. It just. But they didn't give much details about it. And they bragged about how they were able to receive crowdfunding. Well, it's just a coffee maker. Huh? You're telling me they don't have enough money? Of course they do, man. Now, there's a Cinebeam. I went over that. There's the LG Gramfold. I don't know if I've went over that yet. The Life's Good Gramfold. There's also the Life's Good X Boom. I might go over that. Well, the camper. The Life's Good Stand By Me. And the Life's Good Tyene Mini. And, yeah... and Bridge, I don't know. These are just, some of these to me are just sharper image type products. Okay. Alright. Yeah. I don't know, man. Oh yeah, here's some images of the camper and the Duke box. Did I show you the Duke box? Yeah, I don't think I have. I couldn't find out much details directly. There it is right there. It's a jukebox. It's a music box. But look, it's got the old cathode. I don't think those are real. I think that's just. But then they claim that this glass here is transparent. I don't even know if they're real tubes. Well, why? Get it? That's old school. But it shows you two tubes to simulate an old school, radio or a music box or a music player back in the day, or even televisions. Yeah, the original televisions were predicated upon tube technology. That might be why they, some people use the term going down the tubes. I don't watch television, no. And then they claimed that it either projects or has a holographic image of a fire in the background. It's like, why would I buy that? Why? Okay. What you could do is you could take your computer or even a laptop and you could find a screensaver that has tubes, and then you could find a screensaver of a fire. And yeah, if you want to simulate something. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Yeah, look at him relaxing. Is that a real human? Is this green screen? Are those real books? Is that a real bookshelf? Is that real leather? I see some couches back here. Is that real leather? Is that synthetic leather? Is this chair that he's sitting on, is that real leather? Is that synthetic? Is that a pillow? Is that a real pillow? Is that pillow looks out of place. Now you've got what I assume is leather back here, leather couch or chairs or sofa or whatever. That pillow just doesn't look, it looks out of place, Yeah, and then what is he watching? Is he watching? Oh, now how come they didn't include, is this right here that this the jukebox is sitting on, is that real right there? Is this a simulated image again? Remember, these companies have admitted. Let me bring this up. You do know that, you may or may not know. I don't expect people to know what I come across, because why would they? You'd have to be just a lunatic. You'd have to become a lunatic to, number one, care, number two, mention it, number three, to discuss it, and number four, make jokes about it. But Google, in all seriousness, Google was recently busted fabricating one of their artificial intelligence technologies. They rolled out another bot, Gemini. Well, I did not play it. I didn't cover that because I knew that that was a copyright strike, but I went on the same page. It was their sales page. And I don't think I might not have even noticed the video because some of these videos are kind of embedded weird, meaning you'll see the player, the arrow or whatever, the triangle on its side that's supposed to be the play button, and sometimes it disappear. But I know better than that. I'm not going to play anything that's copyrighted because we censored YouTube. YouTube, they censored 19 of my videos, and I never violated anything. This was, yes, they have. Again, but I can't, I'm an individual. I couldn't afford to take them to court. If I could have afforded to take them to court, maybe I would have. No, I'm not threatening anything. I'm just saying. I don't know. I didn't violate anything. And they removed 19 of my videos that are available on my website only, anetcomputers.com. But you have to pay $5 a month to get access. You get access to all my podcast archives. You would get advertisement free. You'd get access to private chat room. You know what I mean? Anyways. Now, Google, the video was either simulated or I think they used artificial intelligence in the video, but the video was not, it wasn't real, and they got busted. Or what? No, I think what the claims, I think the claims in that video that they used as part of their marketing for the Gemini robot, I think it was Gemini, something like that. There's so many robots that have been released recently, There's Grok, there's the Copilot, there's Gemini, there's ChatGPT, but the 4th generation, you've got all these bots that are coming out. That video made a claim. Oh, that's right. It dealt with video. The video claimed that that bot had the expertise, that bot could create real streaming video. That wasn't true. It was not true. They got busted. Okay. So a lot of these companies, even in their marketing and sales tactics, they are not honest to you. They're not. I've had multiple companies within the last week when I covered these products that they admit in their disclaimer, they admit in their fine print, well, that's a projected image, or that's a simulated image, or basically what they're admitting is those images aren't real. Or they say that those images are for what was another term that they used. What that means what that tells me is that they claim that these products that are in their marketing that might not even be the real products. That's what they admit. It's getting nutty out there. It's getting nuttier. Here's the camper. I guess there's only one image of the camper. Again, I'm not surprised because life's good. I don't have a beef against them per se. I don't like most companies. Most corporations. They're crooked. That's just the way they are. It doesn't matter how big they are either. A lot of times they're crooked. Life's good. Well, for some people it is, but some people it's not good because rent's double and you got inflation still in the United States. Yeah, there's all kinds of problems, but nobody wants to discuss them. Nobody wants to admit it. This is their camper. It's the only image. Yeah. The upcoming Consumer Electronics Show, I may or may not cover it. I don't know. I don't know what's going to go down. I try to avoid the fluff. I try to avoid the sharper image crap, but in past years, I did kind of, take a look at the Consumer Electronics Show. I didn't really care. I didn't waste much time, but I would just kind of browse their website. And what I noticed the pattern was that a lot of them is just sharper image crap. They're just toys, or it's for rich people, it's for wealthy people, or it just depends on, it's like, and the prices are extremely high, and maybe people would buy that stuff later on if the prices dropped, or I don't know. But then you do have, what was it, Asus or Gigabyte, or maybe all of them. They're going to have motherboards, so it's kind of strange, but whatever. There's the camper. It's a camper. It camps. Now, whether or not that's a real fire, I already went over all that. Oh, man. That's just whatever. Okay, any other products here? They did mention some other ones, but they might not actually. You know what? Where I can go is, since today is very slow. I already talked about their robot. I already talked about that, what I called it, a pet sitter. I already talked about that gaming monitor. Now, my live streams are archived on quite a few platforms, but I've decided to scale back. Some platforms I do not, because I have to manually create them. The ones that automate, they should be available. But I'm what, 10, 20 platforms now, if you include the video sites too. Yeah, it's getting kind of just out of control now. But you can, on your preferred platform, you can look for my live streams where I went and detailed the specifications for this smart gaming monitor. Or I also went over the pet sitter, as I refer to it. The camper, no. Oh, this is a separate article. Yeah, I think, well, no, I think it's redundant. Yeah, it's redundant. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, let's go and see. I'm going to go under their news. Where did I go back? Oh, the newsroom. And see if there's some other products I haven't covered. Other than that, I'm moving on. I'm not getting paid. I'm not sponsored by Life's Good. Why? Well, nobody would sponsor me because I'm not politically correct. You know? I don't just sit here and brag up these products and tell you that they're the next things, the best thing since sliced bread, or the wheel. They're the best thing since the wheel, or they're the original wheel was just inferior. It was just not made correctly. The physics were flawed. I have now since designed the real wheel that jets and airplanes and helicopters and vehicles and motorcycles and bicycles that they should be using. I don't know why you need to reinvent things. I never understood that. But here's a show. Yeah, I already went over that. I went over that. Monitor. What else? Life's Good, they're not the only brand I've covered in the last couple of weeks. Oh, the slideshow stopped. Let's go back. I just covered that. Projector. I covered their camper. It's just a camper. Just call it. Well, goddamn it, Aaron. That's not correct, Aaron. You're a liar. It's a Bon Voyage. Well, excuse me. Yeah, okay. Let's scroll down here. Yeah. That might be it. Beyond the news, huh? I don't care about the rest of it. What is that? Is that a smart house? Is that supposed to be one of those tiny homes, smart houses? Where is it at? View all news, that's right. Now I can scroll down, and if I see any products that I haven't covered, I'll go over them. But I've covered all of them right here. I don't know if I want to go too far back. I think all of these are going to be featured at the upcoming Consumer Electronics Show. Oh, the guitar. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a washer? Really? Have I ever told you I don't like the new smart washers? And let me explain. You had old school washers that washed your clothes, and unless some of them would start tilting, the spin cycle, I don't know how they got crooked. I don't know if you could fix them, or maybe they just needed to be tightened down. They became loose. I don't know. But some of those washers would last for decades. The smart washers, no, because I have an information technology background. And up until a few months ago, I used to support, believe it or not, yes I did, because it's computer, it's technology, it's information technology related. The new, quote, smart washers, they're not that smart. But they do have, some of them probably have operating systems. But they have electronics, they have circuit boards, they're heavily computerized. Well, they're a nightmare, actually. Some people would buy, I'm not making this up, they would buy brand new smart washers and it wouldn't work. They would turn it on, plug it in, turn it on, press the power button, whatever. And all of a sudden there would be an error code on it. And I would help them try to figure out why. I would help search for the error code and look for some solutions. And that wasn't rare. No, I was guaranteed, I couldn't tell you the numbers, but I was guaranteed a certain amount of those per week. Guaranteed. Yep. So sometimes, you may think that you're slick, and then the internet is stupid things too, but I don't want to digress about that. I just thought I'd let you know. I don't think I ever, well, it wouldn't be information technology related. That would probably violate something. I probably wasn't supposed to answer. No. I'm talking about the old school washers. I don't ever recall somebody not in the category I was in. I never once saw a question where somebody said, "Oh, my old Maytag, my 1984 Maytag is not working anymore. Can you help me?" Now, that could have been in a different category, but I would argue that how many people have had that many problems with that old Maytag? If it lasted that many years, why would it quit working? That's my argument. My argument that I don't think that, number one, I don't think it's necessary that you merge appliances with, information technology. Why? What? And then I've noticed a pattern that, oh yeah. And guess what? A lot of times it deals with the computer aspect of it. They even have error codes. That toaster it doesn't toast that strudel anymore. It cannot. It must connect to the internet. It must have an artificial intelligence bot that tells it what to do. It cannot toast that strudel or that type of toast because that toast is not in its database. And so it has to connect to the internet. And then it has to try to pull down that, yeah, that's why. The internet of stupid things. I don't think I want to talk about any of this crap. Soundbar, fine. A washer that connects to ChatGPT, okay, fine. Fine. You can have it. Hey, you can buy it. Doesn't mean I have to. It doesn't mean I will. That was a pun too, get it? I don't necessarily buy into the merger of, oh crap, my bad. Yeah, not a problem. I'm surprised I've never done that before because I have this and I have to resituate it. Yeah, I'm not surprised I did that because actually believe it or not, this condenser microphone is very small and it's situated on the actual laptop, right on the edge of the right-hand side of the keyboard, and there's very little space. It doesn't matter. Once a year, if it falls, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I should probably take a break because not sure what I'm going to discuss next. You can always browse to anetcompares.com to fix your most common computer problems. You can watch and listen to my live stream podcast video in a replay loop only at Anet Compares on the videos page. There's also a chat room. On the podcast page, you can listen to my 5 most recent live stream video podcasts in MP3 format for free. On the listen page, you can listen to my 5 most recent podcast live stream video presentations, if you want to call them that, in radio format. How dare I have my own radio station? How dare I reloop all the video live stream podcasts? And they work 24 hours a day. How dare I have podcasts archive? How dare I kill multiple birds with one brown stone and create a podcast at the same time as I live stream? And that gets archived in video format. And I use search engine optimization tactics. Okay, let's see. I don't know what. This could be the difficult hour. This could be the live stream that will not end. Let me transition back again, and I need to acquire some more water that's chilling. I'll be right back. Give me a few seconds. Okay, I only spent $30 on this condenser microphone. Yeah, and it's a Heyday condenser microphone. You can watch that demonstration on We Censor YouTube. I think I made my money back. I think. Yeah. Well, did I? I think eventually I might get there. Yeah, that's what I try to do. When I buy something, I actually think in advance. Well, no, I don't just buy something because I can, create a video or talk about it in a live stream or no. But what I do is I almost always, now this thing right here, I haven't made any videos about it yet, but I probably should. Yeah, I try to either break even or I try to profit off of electronics that I buy. Yep. And I have been pretty successful at times. Depends on, how much an item is. If it's more expensive, then that can be quite difficult on the rigged platform known as We Censor YouTube. Okay. I'm not sure what I can discuss. The live stream podcast video presentation that will just never end. It seems like it will not end. I'm a bit surprised because there's only 1 week left and you're going to have that Consumer Electronics Show. And I would think that right after the holiday that I never observe and celebrate, right after New Year's, the companies would just be right on it. But so far they're not. I'm not sure. They might be in their stupors. They may still be suffering hangovers. Perhaps they are still intoxicated. I do not know, and I do not care. But for me, it's not the best day in the world to discuss information technology because there's not much going on. And I finally found certain type of videos that actually work. And so I'm not going to be discussing gaming unless it's hardware related or not just that. Maybe once in a while an update or an outage, but other than that, no. Nope. Okay, let's see what I can potentially discuss. Yeah, there's some buffoonery. There's always buffoonery. There's always the clickbait. There's always the salaciousness. There's always we got to talk about something, so we're just going to make shit up. I mean, isn't that what journalists do nowadays? Isn't that what journalism is? Is there any journalist on this entire planet that has any integrity any longer? And have journalists ever had any integrity? Now, even though I think that some of these products to me are sharper image type toys, I wouldn't call it weird. Now, Life's Good. Now, CNET actually discussed one of Life's Good's products that I just went over, but they labeled it weird. The television speaker hybrid, yeah. Why did they call it weird? What, they didn't get sponsored by Life's Good and they're just, they're vengeful and they're exacting their revenge? Why would you call it weird? Yeah, it's not my taste. It's not my cup of tea. I don't drink green tea anymore. I used to. But why would you call it weird? It's a sharper image product. I've glanced at the Consumer Electronics Show and I've noticed a pattern. There are some products that to me are sharper image toys for adults. You know what I'm saying? But why would you just come out and say weird? Well, it may be weird to you, but some people might like it. They might like the television speaker hybrid that shows old tubes, and then you can also turn on the fire, and you can, simulate, I don't know, winter conditions and fire and cabin fever. I mean, I don't know. Who cares? Why do you need to diss them? It's just a product. I don't get it. Now, let me check into this. Now, I have to verify this, but I may actually have something to talk about. And you always got to be alert. If you want to become self-employed, if you want to make money with content, you have to. You have to be alert. Okay. I'm not going to discuss it yet unless I can find a source, directly from the source. And I never discuss rumors. I never discuss innuendo. I never discuss assumptions. I never discuss gossip. No. But it deals with Samsung, but I'm not going to give it out yet. Let me see if I can actually verify it. Oh. Okay. Okay. Again, they never link to the source. Yeah, do journalists have any credibility? That includes information technology. There's so much clickbait in tech articles, and like I said, I don't think that was necessary by CNET. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a consumer, right? I'm a prosumer. There could be people that will see the word weird attached to the Life's Good, and was that intentional? Are they attacking that brand? I don't like most companies and corporations. They're crooked, a lot of them. Some of them are corrupt. Some of them are downright criminal. But I don't need to use ad hominem. Why did somebody runs across that article from CNET, and they may immediately turned off by Life's Good. They may have never heard that brand. I don't see how that's possible because that's a pretty popular brand. LG, yeah. But when they see the word weird, they'll be like, well, I don't want nothing to do with Life's Good or LG, or I don't, or maybe I could be wrong. Maybe it's reverse psychology. But that would be clickbait. If they intentionally use the word weird to get people to click on that article, then I consider that clickbait. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can verify the source here. They never link to the source. This drives me insane. Yeah, I don't see it. The one thing that made it's called the World Wide Web for a reason. WWW, but World Wide Web. Oh, what a terrible web some information technology companies weave when they conspire to deceive. It's a web, get it? It's called sharing. What made the internet, the initial stages of the internet, is that if you discuss something or you criticize something or you critique something or whatever, and then in your blog post back in the day or article, whatever, you would link directly to the source to give credit. But a lot of these authors, a lot of these website masters, a lot of these websites, including information, they never link to the source. They never give credit. Except for at the bottom, they'll say source, and then it'll be AP for Associated Propaganda. I mean, Associated Press, but they don't actually link directly to the source. Like an example, Life's Good, LG. They would link directly to those pages that I showed you. They don't do it. But that's how the internet, the World Wide Web, is supposed to work. That's how search engine robots used to find new pages. Or that was just a nice. It was something nice. You're doing something nice. They helped you, you helped them. Nowadays, it's the reverse. Well, God damn it, Aaron. We can't have our readers. We got to keep our readers on our website at all times, Aaron. There's a metric, Aaron. There's engagement, Aaron. How dare you? How dare you recommend it? You link outside of our website, Aaron. That's not how we work, Aaron. See, get it. Get it. Get it. So let me see if I can find out what they're talking about. They're talking about a certain event that Samsung is going to hold, and they claim that at that event they're going to release the details about an alleged smartphone that I refused to refer to until I can find a source. Other than that, this is bullshit. This could be clickbait. This could be crap. It could just be the same old bullshit. Oh my God, somebody leaked that. Yeah, there's a rumor. There's speculation, there's assumptions, there's innuendo, there's inference. But then you go and you look it up from Samsung, and they say, no. What are you talking about? We're not releasing a new smartphone yet. You're a bunch of fools. You're a bunch of buffoons. And then people will listen to me and watch me and then I get, all it takes is one wrong, get it? I'm wrong one time, and they attack me and call me a shill and a sellout, and maybe some racial slurs too. I mean, okay. Let's see. Let me look this up. I cannot show it to you yet because I do not do that. I only show you directly to, I go directly to the source. I don't deal with this other buffoonery that a high percentage of content creators that, I don't know if it's they're lazy or what, or they just don't care. Oh, here we go. Well, nope, that's something different. Well, they may mention it here. I may have or may not have found it, but I have to go over this. Yeah, okay. Now, I'm not saying anything, but I found it. Now, I'm not going to discuss an alleged Samsung smartphone that starts with an S and has two numbers. And if you have ever been paying attention, you would know that, and I'll give you another hint. Yesterday, I did discuss a Samsung smartphone that started with an S, Galaxy, and then an S, and had two numbers. The number, oops, and the next number would, no. Let's see what this says. Okay, so Samsung has announced that they're going to have a unpacked event. What, they're going to unpack their luggage? They're still a little bit loopy, a little bit disoriented, a little bit tipsy from this alleged holiday called New Year's that I never observe and never celebrate? Are they were divorced and they're unpacking their boxes, and I don't know, did they move corporate headquarters recently? I mean, so the Galaxy Unpacked event of this year is going to become soon. Okay, opening a new era of mobile artificial intelligence. Let me guess, their next generation of smartphone is going to incorporate artificial intelligence. It looks like it's going to be scheduled for January 17th of this year. However, I've learned this tactic. This is not clickbait, but here's a tip. If you're a video content creator, don't, now you can do what you want. If you want to, I can't believe this, but there's actual YouTube content creators that record videos telling people how to clickbait. I fucking hate clickbait. You know why? Because, it's bullshit. But they actually write articles and blog posts that tell people how to clickbait. It's like, no. Because clickbait to me is not ethical. It's disingenuous. You're just trying to get people to click on your crap. Well, but you're wasting people's time. And I get pissed off when I'm a victim of clickbait. Anyways. Okay, let's see. Now, my tip is that without clickbaiting, without hiding anything, without deceiving somebody, you might not want to tell people specific dates. There's a term called evergreen content. Where you want to, blog posts, just certain content that a person like me makes money off of, right? If you put it in the title, or what happens is people, well, that's from 10 years ago. And they click away, right? But what you can do is, instead of clickbaiting, instead of deceiving people, you can repurpose that content, and then at the end or at the beginning, I prefer the beginning. There's a lot of bloggers that piss me off. What they do is I don't know if this is considered clickbait or not, but it's not ethical to me. What they'll do is, in the title, let's say an example, this is just hypothetical, how to charge your Google Pixel 8, which that video is doing excellent. If you want to check it out, it's on my We Censor YouTube channel. The RPM is through the roof. It's just incredible. But the lack of views aren't the greatest, but it's starting to build up, right? How to charge your Google Pixel 8. Well, but get it? the Google Pixel 8 is probably already obsolete. Nobody's going to care about it. In a few years, nobody's going to care. If you mention how great it is, they may laugh at you. And if you're like me, you don't give a shit. You don't care about peer pressure per se. But that's not the best kind of content, because eventually that video may never receive any more views. That blog post may just disappear. Nobody's going to care. Once in a while, somebody may, no pun intended, I've never used that website, they may stumble upon that content, and then they'll just ignore it because the date, get it? You don't want to necessarily age your content. But the way I work around that is I try to provide tips. I try to provide troubleshooting. And then in the same post or in the same video, I will mention that, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, because some of my best videos are old. I recorded a video pertaining to the Apple iPhone 5C and how you can reset it. Now, even when I recorded it, that device was old already. And that video still receives views, and I still earn some income off of it. That's an example of it. Okay. Now, the unpacking event. Now, the Samsung, which, remember, one of the Samsung, executives was arrested a few years ago, so, But do they unpack boxes? Do they unpack peanuts? And okay. Galaxy innovations. The new Galaxy S series will set a higher standard, so there's some hints, but I'm not going to tell you unless I see it. If I read it with my own two eyes, I will come out, and then right away, and I will, but there's no page yet, so that could be difficult. I always go directly to the source. This is directly from news.samsung.com. Now, they have a link. Yeah. Let's see if they admit it yet. Yeah, a lot of these companies, they fuck with you. They will string you along. Yeah, I know, it's probably true. There was a controversy with as an example, the Grand Theft Auto 6 game, and I called it. I'm not the only one. I called it correctly. So did other people. But some of us even I got attacked on Rumble and some other platforms. I was like, they attacked me claiming that one person commented saying, well, so the game doesn't exist? No, I never said that. In that video, there was a live stream that was a podcast. I stipulated that according to what I've studied, and I screen capture it, I went directly to the source. I went to Epic Games' website, and I showed you their announcement where they were going to have a trailer about an upcoming game, potentially, and I was correct. I called it. Grand Theft Auto 6 is being released. I called it, and I still got attacked. You know what I'm saying? But I read and I studied, and I guess Grand Theft Auto 5 was 10 years old, whatever. It was but it was a long time ago, and Epic Games was known to string along their constituents, and they would tease them with trailers and multiple trailers, and that upset a lot of their constituents, which I understand that. So yeah, these companies, they will string you along. Kind of like a lot of females that you date in the United States. I mean, no. See, you're going to attack me. You're going to call me, misogynist. No. My experiences with dating, no. I don't know if it was just me, but it didn't go very well. And I noticed one facet, a pattern, that I was getting strung along a lot, and I figured it out right away, and it never worked on me. But fool me once, F you. Fool me twice, F me. Well, string me along once, F you. In the nicest way possible. String me along twice, F me. Yeah, I figured it out. Okay, she stood me up. Okay, well, next model. I mean, next brand. I mean, okay. Oh. Zoom with Galaxy AI is coming. Now, are they going to give any hints? Oh, that's the Galaxy, the Fold. and the Flip and the S23. That's what they link to. That could be foreshadowing. They want you to click on this page in a couple of days or after the unboxing. They have to they're going to live stream it. They have to unbox all their inventory. That includes that they have to unbox the packaging receipts, the packaging invoices, the packaging peanuts and Cracker Jack and the breads and circuses and the ice cream and the cotton candy. I never consume any of this crap. No, seriously, I don't consume crap like that. It's not healthy for you. That's one reason why I never get sick anymore. I haven't suffered a cold in over 11 years now, and that's not an accident. Okay. Well, that was possibly a stall tactic or a clickbait. I mean, no. Okay, let's go through this now. So they're going to have an unpacking event in a few days, which I will cover it. I'll try to cover it. Wow, it's going to be a busy month. I'm going to be really busy. I might have to do overtime. Yeah, certain in information technology. You go decades. I mean, you go days with nothing. You're just begging. You're all of a sudden you're a conspiracy tard. I mean, yeah, you wish that something. You wish. No. You're not being, vengeful or no. But you wish that there's an outage. Please, somebody have an outage so I can talk about something for my live streams, please. I can't pay rent. I mean, okay. But this month, wow, man. Wow. Yeah, the beginning of the year, a lot of times, and it depends on each company. Companies have accounting days and what? They have quarters. They have financial quarters. They have the end of the financial year. For some companies, ends in June. I know it's absurd, but some it ends in December. But their financial calendar is different, and so yeah. But generally, yeah, at the beginning of the year, a lot of companies just come out and It says here, mobile experience, smartphone, wearable, tablet, personal computer, mobile accessories. I don't know what that is. That a hint? So they're at this unpacking. They're going to reveal their latest premium Galaxy innovations. And one of them, they claim, is going to be mobile, and it's going to be powered by artificial intelligence. I'm not surprised. It will be streamed. I cannot play any of the video and audio. That's a copyright strike. Now, some YouTube content creators are getting away with playing TikTok videos in their entirety without any commentary, without any interjection, without any criticism, without the F use. Nothing. If you read the 1976 Digital Millennium Copyright Act, there is a provision. I don't like to use the use of the F word. No, not fuck. I've said that before, but I try not to say that word because these platforms, all of them, are part of what I consider the world order, and they're getting creepier. They're banning people for any word really nowadays. Just any word could get you in trouble. But I plan on covering it. I will watch it and I will commentate. But I cannot play the audio and I cannot play the video. I just cannot. I will get in trouble. I will. I'm not a preferred YouTube content creator. It's pretty obvious I'm not. I'm small, number one, and after that, nobody cares. You know what I mean? Okay. So it's going to be upcoming. It'll be in a few days. Oh, they admit it. There's going to be upcoming teasers, trailers, and additional information. I may go over some of that if it deals with the hardware. They may not mention this alleged smartphone that everybody else is talking about that I refuse to talk about until it's announced. But it looks like they may or may not. And they may wait until the event. Yeah, that's marketing, that's sales, that's capitalism. And yeah, companies do this all the time. They play charades, they spin yarns, and then they even admit it. They admit that they're going to tease you. Get it? I hate that. Just tell us now. Oops, I can't talk too loud. Otherwise, the psychopath next door will just start yapping and interrupt me. Yeah, why don't you just come out and tell us? You know? Why? I don't like mysteries. I don't like innuendo. I don't like rumors. I don't like teasing. I don't like teases. Oh, now I could talk about that. Yeah, I think I might. Now, I'm not saying that this is a fact, but it could be that the next Samsung Galaxy mobile device, smartphone, that starts with an S and 2 numbers, and if you've been paying attention, you would know which one that I'm not going to, refer to. Could be or could not be. We'll find out. So you can check out my live streams on that day. Yep, I will be. I might have to do some overtime for the next couple of weeks because, yeah, it might pay off, actually, yeah. Okay, and they don't mention anything else. Well, I don't think there's going to be anything here. The newsroom, I could click on the newsroom and see if maybe they have a separate press release, but it doesn't look like it. Yeah, get ready for, here's the big, here's the big hook. Quote, tune in on January 8th as Samsung reveals its vision of, quote, AI for all, unquote. Yeah, equality for all, AI for all. Well, some people might not like artificial intelligence. I know that there's some artists and VTubers. Yeah, I don't have a problem with VTubers. Actually, I start off as a VTuber, although back then I don't know if I ever ran across that term. But when I first started on We Censor YouTube, I actually was a VTuber. I was anonymous. I didn't even have an avatar. No, you know what? I think the distinction between an anonymous content creator and a VTuber is a VTuber actually has an avatar, whether it's animated or a stick figure or whatever. They actually have some kind of an avatar that may or may not move, the lips may move, or whatever. Whereas I didn't have anything. I didn't have a character, a cartoon, AI, artificial intelligence, nothing. I just did not appear on video. Nobody knew what I looked like. And maybe that's why my views have tanked since then. I mean, well, I think that could be part of it. Now, I'm not saying no, even when I started appearing on video, but I noticed that I was getting trolled a lot. And I still get trolled on that damn platform. I mean, okay, so it doesn't look like there's going to be, they may wait until the end. Yeah, you got to string everybody, you got to string your dates along, I mean. Wait a minute, you know what? When I looked at that, that looks like Gateway. Remember, Gateway Computers. Oh yeah, back in the day. That kind of looks like their logo, although Gateway Computer, I think it's actually, well, it's black and white, so I don't know, they're Freemasons. I mean, oops, I better not discuss that, secret societies. But no, black and white logo, remember the Gateway logo? I think that was in reference to a dairy cow or, yeah, there's a certain type of cow that's a dairy cow. And a lot of times they are checkerboard. I don't know if they're Freemasons also. There could be a secret society with lodges for cattle, for cows, but I don't know. Okay. I don't see anything here. A new vacuum. Yeah, I better talk about that. Again. Samsung, they make smartphones, they make monitors, and they also make vacuums. And they have to network them. Yep, the Internet of Stupid Things. You know what? I am going to talk about this because I have nothing else to talk about. And I have about 20... Uh-oh. I'm derelict in my duties. I have approximately 25 minutes and 18, 17, 16 seconds and counting. Okay, this is productive now. I may have given away, but I'm not going to do that because I don't know for a fact. I didn't see it. I may after this live stream, podcast, video presentation, whatever you want to call it. It's not scripted, 100% freestyled, not edited. I may go back and double check, and if I do, I will record a video or I'll do a separate live stream. But it doesn't look like it. But what I can talk about and discuss is these right here. These will be featured at the upcoming Consumer Electronics Show. These are obviously bent. I mean, they're rounded intentionally. They are organic light emitting diode. And they've got, looks like different types. Some of them are curved. These are gaming monitors. Yep. That is productive. Now I avoid gaming content unless it's, certain type of gaming content, but I really avoid that niche. I'm not a gamer. But I've noticed a lot of manufacturers, which I think is productive, is they are separating even hardware. There's even software. You know what? I may have thought of something. I'm not really an entrepreneur, but sometimes but when you're self-employed, you have to actually, I'm not an entrepreneur per se. I think one definition of an entrepreneur is somebody that creates a company, creates an idea, creates a technology. I've never done that. But I just thought of an idea. I know I'm not talking about Xbox per se. The Xbox, the Sony PlayStation, those have gaming operating systems. But no, I'm talking about the world's first gaming operating system that is exclusive gaming. It could be cross-platform compatible. It could work on an Apple Macintosh computer. It could work on a Linux computer. It could work on a personal computer. You know what? I'm just not a gamer, so I wouldn't know. Why would you expect me to know that? But is there and I'm not talking about the console operating systems. I'm talking about an operating system that you could potentially install on anything or use on any device, smartphone, even gaming consoles. It's a gaming operating system. It's designed. Yeah, a lot of the hardware, they distinguish. They're designed for gaming because gaming is a different avenue. It's a different environment. It requires a lot of resources. It can require a lot of random access memory. It can require a lot of central processing unit. You think that work laptop, you just got hired and that company issued you a laptop and now you're going to become a Twitch or a video gaming, a professional gamer, and, wrong. Wrong? Okay. This is good. So it's a gaming monitor, and there's multiple models. Let's quickly try to go through this. Organic light emitting diode 9 and 8 and 6. I don't know, is that distinguished the size of them? Glare-free technology. They look like they come with stands. I'm assuming that they include them. It's called the Odyssey Organic Light Emitting Diode Gaming Monitors that will be featured in a few days. But we'll see they have different models. They have the G95 SD, the G8, the Elite, the ruling class. They've got those meetings that they behind closed doors and secrecy, like the G8, the G7, the summits. I mean, my bad. Yep, that's the wrong discussion on these platforms. Okay, there's the G80 SD. There's also the G60 SD. Now, the logic, the number 6, 8, and 9. Is that inches? The monitor, that could be the monitor size, I'm assuming, but I could be wrong. 60-inch, 80-inch, and the monolithic, monstrous, gargantuan 95. Now, when I use certain adjectives, it's apropos but I'm not trying to sell you anything. That's just how I talk. That might be why a lot of people do not like me in real life. Although in real life, I don't really use the largest language, but I have been known to use a larger adjective than normal. The G9, I was wrong. Okay, I admit it, I was wrong. The G9 is actually 49 inches, but it's curved. It's a gaming monitor. DQ, well, hey, life's good. They also make vacuum cleaners. Perhaps they also sell ice cream. Dairy Queen, I mean. Direct, I don't know what that, high definition DQ. I'd have to look up that acronym. Dual quasar, I don't know. Wow, it supports 5120 by 1440 pixel resolution. It has a 32 by 9 aspect ratio. What else? Oh, here comes the number 32. The G8 the G8 monitor is 32 inches. It supports 4000K ultra high definition, 3840 by 2160 display resolution. That has a 16 by 9 aspect ratio. Now, both of those support, I think it is iPhone. Believe it or not, the iPhone 15 only supports 60 hertz. 60 hertz is old. Some of the cathode ray tube computer monitors supported 60 hertz. That's how old it is. And yet Apple brags about how revolutionary technology that is. That's not revolutionary. And the Apple iPhone 15s, every time Apple releases a new iPhone, they're extremely expensive to me. But it only comes with 60 frames per second refresh rate? Okay. Now these monitors, they both support 240 hertz, which is 240 frames per second refresh rate, 0.03 response time. Now the G6 Summit, is only 27 inches. It's got the Q high definition, I don't know, quasar or quantum, or I don't know. 2560 pixels by 1440 pixel resolution. It also has 16 by 9 aspect ratio. Wow, that one supports 360 hertz, which is 360 frames per second refresh rate. The number 3 millisecond response time. Quote, there are over 212 million gamers. Is that true? Quote, there are over 212 million gamers across the country. Well, which nation state are you referring to? I'm assuming you're referring to the United States, but if that's a true statistic, I might actually sell out and actually, cover gaming all day, every day. Now, depending on the platform, the gaming niche is super saturated on a lot of these platforms, and really the metrics aren't there. The revenue per milli, no. It's just not. It is a sub-niche of information technology, but really the payouts are not really that good. They're really not. Now you can get, depending on your channel size, you can get, even my channel, I generally receive a lot more views on gaming content, but I avoid it. I avoid it. That's when I'm desperate, or that's on days that would be like today, just a slow day. But, I don't know, man. 212 million gamers. I might have to see. Sometimes I suffer stubbornness. I can be a jackass, or that might be derogatory towards, donkeys that, the old cliche, stubborn as a mule. Well, there's a distinction between a jackass, a donkey, and a mule, but those type of animals can be very stubborn, and they do not move unless they want to move. And you could, rent a forklift, but, in extreme measures, perhaps a forklift. Quote, there are over 212 million gamers across the country who want high-end hardware to enhance their gaming experience, unquote. I might have to study that again. But certain gaming videos, yikes. I'm already working for less than minimum wage and peanuts, and then just a couple of tokens once in a while. Okay, quote, the Odyssey OLED, G9, OLED G8, and OLED G6 deliver the exceptional image quality that transports them into each scene, and the quick refresh rates and response times that give them a competitive edge. With OLED glare-free technology, that reduces reflections, gamers have more options, and where to put their setups, unquote. Okay, so this is designed for gaming. Yep, there's the curved screen. It's 49 inches. I'm assuming that stand comes with it. I'm assuming it's not attached, that you would have to assemble it yourself, but what else? Do they have any specifications? The number 3, there's 3 of these models only. Oh, they come with VISA. That's kind of old school. Display High Definition Resolution. VISA, that's an acronym. Video Express Standards Association. Now, both of them support advanced micro devices, free synchronization, premium professional. Is that software? I'm not sure. I'm not a gamer. You know what I'm saying? It has low latency, high definition resolution. Yep. What? The number 3. 0.03 latency, which is response time. What else? Oh, now I think all of them have 2 high definition multimedia interface 2.1 ports. They also have a universal serial bus hub. They also have a display port, but 1.4. I think display port also the newest version is 2.1. But it does have both. It's like a hybrid. It says only, I think, just one display port input. You notice how they use the term input. It does have a mount compatibility, and it has a stand that's adjustable that comes with it. Now, certain models will be able to tilt, it will be able to swivel, it will be able to pivot, and there's the back side. That was not a sexual innuendo. No, in all honesty, this is a paradox. I never talk about that subject, never. And even joking, I don't, but hey, that is the back side of the monitor. I don't know, some people might find that aesthetically pleasing. I don't really know if that does much for me, but so you can see the stand, and it looks like it moves up and down, which would be what, swivel? I think that would be considered swiveling. And then it may tilt, and it could also pivot. But when it moves up and down vertically or horizontally, I think in information technology, the word they use is swivel in your chair. I mean, you better swivel around that chair to make your boss think that you're working, but you're actually playing on a video game on one of the monitors that you talked your manager into buying and he had no clue, and it's a gaming monitor. I mean, they include multiple control feature. I don't know what that's about. Oh, you can transfer photographic images and even text between the monitors? Really? Huh. It says you can transfer data, text or image data. It doesn't mention video data. I don't know. Okay. It comes with Galaxy Book. It comes with a hub. It's a built-in hub. Oh, yep, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. The Internet of Things, which it depends on the thing or the item. I refer to that as the Internet of Stupid Things. So that hub allows you to connect to other crap. The microwave, the toaster, the washer and dryer, the refrigerator. Yep. Now in reverse, yeah. If you have this type of a monitor or even a smart television, and it's designed for gaming, then it's going to be designed for live streaming. It's going to be designed for video conferencing. So you could use this for work too. Yeah. Yep. It comes with what, the gaming hub? Is that a separate subscription? Oh, wait a minute. It looks like they're all connected with a hub. And you might be able to screencast from one to the other. And you can transfer images and text to each other. I don't know if that's a optional, the gaming hub. They provide streaming and cloud gaming. Yep. Organic light emitting diode. This is a lot of redundancy here. Blah, blah, blah. Now here's a model, G95SC. The bezel is only 3.9 millimeters in size. The number 3. It comes with a 3 millimeter metal plate. Oh, you know what I could have been doing? Yeah. Well, I don't have much time left. I have about 9 minutes. You know what? I'm going to go through the abstract really quick as possible, and then maybe I'll go through the images. What else are they bragging about here? Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Dual ultra high definition gaming monitor. Oh, here are some disclaimers already. The gray to gray response time predicated upon how long it takes a pixel to change from one shade of gray to another. Okay. Some disclaimer about the Entertainment Software Association. Oh, VESA mounting display. The Video Electronic Standards Association. So obviously my acronym, my disclosing of the acronym VESA was wrong. But VESA, that's old school. It stands for Video Electronic Standards Association. And then swivel and pivot is supported in just 2 models, the G80 SD and the G60 SD. Well, that sucks because swivel, to me, yeah, I loved monitors that swivel. I do. You know. Yeah, because you can just move them up, you know. Tilt and pivot are nice to have, but to me, swivel, just me personally. But not all of them can swivel and pivot. Multi-control and also Galaxy, but I don't know what that is. I'm not a gamer. Also, I don't own Samsung Galaxy devices, so I don't know. Now you have to, yeah, I was correct. You have to have a Samsung account, and then you have to have the SmartThings dongle, so those are separate. So that dongle would require additional money. Now it says connection to ZaveWeave is not supported, but you have to have a Samsung account. Do I have one? No. I don't think no. Do I might have, I may have one. You know what? I might need to see if I have one, because I did own some pre-owned. Because of political correctness, I'm supposed to use the term pre-owned. I can't use the term used because that's negative and derogatory. Well, who cares? I had some used smartphones that were Samsung Galaxies. I don't know, maybe, I don't even know what models at this point. That was a long time ago. And I might create a Samsung account. I may or may not have. So I need to look into that, because I'm always trying to remove my internet footprint, not enlarge my internet footprint. Since I have nothing else to discuss, I never thought I would talk about toasters. I mean, let's check out their vacuum. Is that a pun? Is that a metaphor? Space is a vacuum. Yes, it is. It's a new vacuum. And, oh yeah, the Internet of Stupid Things. I called it. This vacuum uses artificial intelligence. But why? Why? It's a vacuum. Why? Let me guess, it connects to the Internet. Why? Somebody please explain to me the logic. Okay, yeah. Samsung is going to roll out artificial intelligence technology to their vacuum lineup. And it vacuums and it mops. It's a robot cleaner. It even is able to steam clean your carpets and connect to the Internet and communicate with Chat Generative Pre-Trace Transformer and Grok and Copilot and Gemini. But why? It's just a vacuum. Yeah, the vacuum cleaner includes artificial intelligence. It's a combo. But it's just a vacuum, and it just mops the floors. quote, I am thrilled to introduce our innovative vacuum cleaner lineup for the 2024, the Bespoke JetBot Combo, unquote. Huh? It says that artificial intelligence is supposed to improve its usability. You know what? I had a Hoover vacuum cleaner that was old. I mean, I had a really old one that wasn't even plastic. It was before the obsession with petroleum products. Once upon a time, a lot of appliances were made out of real metal. And they would last a long time. I don't recommend anything. I never give advice. I never guarantee anything. You could, in an accident, drop it off of a building and it may still work. Then, all of a sudden, they created vacuum cleaners and blah, 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 made out of plastic. And then now the plastic, some plastic appliances and devices I've had more recent, you barely touch them, or they fall one time and they just shatter because the plastic. Yeah, I get it. But now I'm talking about the old school Hoover. I had one that was, it may have had some plastic, like the actual, the tools may have been, but those people that I used to live with long ago that I no longer communicate with and do not associate with, they had a Hoover that was mostly, even the tools were made out of metal. I'm not making this. Some of them may have been, some of the extension tools may have been made out of plastic. But a lot of the tools were made out of metal. I mean, that lasted forever. They probably still have that vacuum cleaner. The other Hoover I had lasted forever. I don't know. I had to sell it for some reason, or I can't recall. Then a female that I was associated with, she gave me or did she give it to me? Yeah, she gave me one, or I don't know. I acquired it somehow. It was a Hoover. But it was mostly made out of plastic, but that fucker lasted a long time. I don't get, what do you mean? Improve? There's nothing to improve. A vacuum is a vacuum. It sucks, pun intended. Well, there's nothing, again, you don't have to reinvent the vacuum. You don't have to reinvent the toaster. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. I don't get, cuckoo. Cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. I swear that one Hoover that they had, that was probably at least 10 years old already. Let me try to calculate. It may have been 5 to 10 years old already, and I guarantee you that if I was a betting person, they still use that same vacuum 50 years later, or however long it's been. I'm not making that up. That always worked. It was made out of metal. It was a real vacuum. It adjusted. It was mechanical though. But it did. It even tilted. It swiveled. All of it. But it was mechanical. You could use it to vacuum on not just carpet. It had different adjustments for the carpet too. But you could, linoleum. A lot of kitchens are made out of vinyl or linoleum or whatever. Or synthetic hardwood flooring, yeah. Or even concrete flooring, yeah. It adjusted. And it had a set of tools, plenty of tools. You could vacuum the curtains with that. Yes, you could. Not only did it have extensions and different tools, but it also had the tools that had kind of synthetic, what would it be called? Certain tools that would allow you to, like, anyways, and it just had a plethora of tools that came with it. That I vacuumed my vehicle with it. I don't know if I was supposed to. If they would have found out, they might have lectured me, or maybe not. But one time I did. They had a long extension cable cord in the garage, and I was like, I don't want to spend money to vacuum my vehicle. Okay, I'll just use their vacuum, and I did, and it just worked just fine. It had all kinds of tools. I vacuumed the entire vehicle with it. It was a house vacuum, a Hoover. that I bet you, if I was a betting man, that's the 2 hour mark. I bet you it still sucks, pun intended. Oh yeah, that's right. Nobody laughs. Okay. That was my live stream pertaining to the LG 4K Cinebeam Projector model HU710BP, and I also discussed the camper trailer from LG, and I discussed the fire hydrant. I mean, I discussed their projector. I discussed their, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Okay. The internet of stupid things, man. I don't get it. I guess that's capitalism. I gotta run. I'm already into overtime. The replay starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 only at anetcomputers.com.